Good morning, School of Light. We are doing the New Testament in English and Latin. We are in the book of Matthew, chapter 2. If you want Bible studies, let us know. They come in multiple languages, French, Portuguese, Italian, Spanish. I think we have a total of 12 or 13 different languages. Not in Latin, but we are going to study in Latin in Matthew. Chapter 2, verse 1. Cum ergo natus esset Isis in Bethlehem, Juda, in diebus, Herodes reges, ecce magi, ab oriente venurunt Ierusalem, Elis Erosoliman, Erosoliman, Jerusalem. Dicientes, ubi est qui natus est rex Iuda iorum? Vidimus inam stellam ius in oriente et venimus adorare eum. And so when Jesus had been born in Bethlehem of Judah in the days of King Herod, behold, Magi from the east arrived in Jerusalem, saying, Where is he who was born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east, and we have come to adore him. Audienis autem Herodes rex turbatus est, et omnes Ierusalema cum io, et congregans, omnes principes sacerdotum et scribas populi this is hard to pronounce. Siscitabatur ab eis ubi Christus nasceretur. Now King Herod, hearing this, was disturbed, and all Jerusalem with him. And gathering together all the elders of the priests and the scribes of the people, he consulted with them as where the Christ would be born. At illi dexerunt in Bethlehem Judea, sic inum scriptum es prophetam. I think I just said it 2 verses at a time and going to English. I'm going to go verse by verse. And they said to him, in Bethlehem of Judea, for so it has been written by the prophet, Et tu, Bethlehem, terra Iuda, nequaquam minima es in principibus Iuda, ex te inum exiet dux que regat populum meum Israel. And you, Bethlehem, the land of Judah, are by no means the least among the leaders of Judah. For from you shall go forth the ruler who shall guide my people Israel. Tunc Herodes clam vocatis magis delienter dedixit ab ius tempus tempus stelae, quae apparut ius. Then Herod, quietly calling the Magi, diligently learned from them the time when the star appeared to them. Et mittens illos in Bethlehem dixit et interrogate diligenter de puro, et cum invenerites renunciace mihi et ut et ego veniens ador meum. And sending him to Bethlehem, he said, Go and diligently ask questions about the boy, and when you found him, report back to me, so that I too may come and adore him. Quicum adducient regum abirunt et ecce stella quam vederant in oriente antecedebat eos usque dum venes taet supre, ubi erit puer. And when they had heard the king, they went away, and behold, the star that they had seen in the east went before them, even until arriving, it stood still above the place where the child was. The word Sedavat sometimes has the meaning of falling or descending. The star did not merely continue to lead them forward, but it also descended as it led them through Bethlehem. Otherwise, they would have not known from a star or comet which location within Bethlehem was the correct location. Videntes autem stellam gavisi sunt guido magno valde. Then seeing the star, they were gladdened by a very great joy. Et entrantes domum venerunt puerum cum Maria matres eius, et procedentes adora verunt eum, et apertis thesaris suis abtulerunt in munera aurum dus et maircham. And entering the home, they found the boy with his mother Mary. And so, falling prostrate, they adored him, and opening their treasures, they offered him gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Et responso accepto in somenos ne rederent ad Herodem per aliam viam. Reversi sunt in regionum suam. And having received a response in sleep that they should not return to Herod, they went back by another way to their own region. Quicum recessent ecce angelus Domini apparuit in somnis Joseph, dicens, surge et accepe puerum et matrem eius, et fuega in Egyptum, et esto ibi usque dum decab tibi. Futurum es inam ut hordes quae erat puerum ad perdendum eum. And after they had gone away, behold, an angel of the Lord appeared in sleep to Joseph, saying, Rise up and take the boy and his mother and flee to Egypt and remain there until I tell you. For it will happen that Herod will seek the boy to destroy him. Qui consurgens accepit puerum et matrem eius nocte et successit in Egyptum. And getting up, he took the boy and his mother by night and withdrew to Egypt. Et erat ibi usque ad abetum Herodis ut adimepletur quod dicem est ad Domino per prophetam discientem ex Egypto, vocavi filium meum, and remained there until the death of Herod, in order to fulfill what was spoken by the Lord through the prophet, saying, Out of Egypt I called my son. Tunc Herodes videns quaniam Eleusus esset amagis, iratus es valde et mitens occidet omnes pueros, qui erent in Bethlehem et in omnibus finibus eius abematu et infra secundum tempus quod exquasierat magis. Then Herod, seeing that he had been fooled by the Magi, was very angry, and so he sent to kill all the boys who were in in Bethlehem, and in all of its borders from 2.5 years of age and under, according to the timeline that they had learned by questioning the Magi. Tunc adipletum est quod dicem esper Eremiam prophetam dicem. This was spoken to the prophet Jeremiah, was fulfilled, saying, Vox in Rama audieta esploratus, et ululatus Pilatus multos, Raquel plorans filios suos, et noluit consolari, quae non sunt. A voice has been heard in Ramah, great reaping and wailing, Rachel crying for her sons, and she was not willing to be consoled because they were no more. Notice the words ploratus, plorans, are translated differently as weeping or crying. It sometimes happens that the same word used twice is translated by two different words in English, or that two different words in Latin are translated by the same word in English. To translate the same word in Latin by always the same word in English would result in a translation that was at best stilted and at worst inaccurate or incorrect. Defunctu autem Herode ecce angelus Domini apparut in somnis Ioseph in Egypto. Then when Herod passed away, behold, an angel of the Lord appeared in sleep to Joseph in Egypt. Dicen surge, et accepe peurum et matrum ius, et vade in terram Israel, defunctae sunt enim, qui quaerebant animam pueri, saying, rise up and take the boy and his mother and go into the land of Israel, for those who were seeking the life of the boy have passed away. Quis consurgens accept puerum et matrem ius, et venit in terram Israel. And rising up, he took the boy and his mother, and he went to the land of Israel. Aiudans autum quod Archelaus regnaret in ideo pro Herode patre suo. Timiult io ere, et addomnetes insomnes successet in partes Galilee. Then hearing that Archelaus reigned in Judea in place of his father Herod, he was afraid to go there, and being warned to sleep, he withdrew into the parts of Galilee. Et veniens habitavit in civitace quae vocatur Nazareth, ut adimir pletur, quad dicam es per prophetas, quoniam Nazareus vocabitur. And arriving, he lived in a city which is called Nazareth, in order to fulfill what was spoken to the prophets. For he shall be called a Nazarene. Quoniam Nazareus vocabitur. He shall be called a Nazarene. Quoniam Nazareus vocabitur. Wow. So it's interesting whenever you go through the English and the Latin. The Latin is, like every language, has its own beauty. The Latin seems to be very exact, accurate. It seems to give a connotation or an idea, thought that are older than what is common today. And maybe I could think of an instance at a different time, but right now just focusing on the scripture. And a big part is in this chapter anyways, is the prophecy of the Messiah, his son, God's son, coming from Egypt. And here it is. There's angels that talk to Joseph, tell him, hey, make sure you have no fear. Take this woman. The child is God's, and then go to Egypt, and then come back from Egypt. And then when he's in Egypt, don't go to Nazareth, but don't go to Bethlehem, but go to Galilee, because of Herod's son is still there. Interesting. They had all these things going on around them, pressures from the local government that would have probably, well, they did try to kill Jesus, and they ended up killing kids in his age group to try to kill him. So times, people were so wild. I mean, just not wild, but they, imagine sending the order out to kill a village of the 2.5-year-olds and under in that village, all the boys, children, to do that. That is, I don't know. That is what it is. It was Herod's way of trying to get rid of competition, or could have been the devil's way through Herod to try to get rid of the Son of God. So he didn't, and that's why we have Christmas. So Merry Christmas. God bless. If you want Bible studies, let me know. We have multiple languages here for the asking. Bye-bye.